We live, baby. We is live.
Listen, can I get some music, please?
Oh, we need some music, man?
Yes, I need some music.
I got you.
Get me hype. Get the listeners hype. Get me hype.
I got you, man. I'm about to push.
What JC said, turn me down, turn the beat up.
What? I'm going to put a song that really represents how I feel right now. Yeah. It's my shit right here.
It's going to be a love song because he in love.
Definitely not. This is it right here. This is for my thugs out there. Too much. We can't let him speak too much.
Right, that's true.
We can't let him
That's
speak
true.
too much. They gonna flag our shit. Yeah, it's Hove. Come on, y'all.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, them and theys, welcome to ShaqTV podcast. As you can see, I got a hoodie on now. It's getting a little chilly, which I hate. Some people like the hoodie season, and some people love it. I hate it. I'd rather wear less clothes. I'd rather wear
This is
tank
big
top.
nigga weather here. This is where we shine, nigga.
I'd rather wear a tank top all year round. This way y'all shine because y'all hiding y'all gut under the hoodies and shit.
Hey, yo, you gotta let us live.
You gotta let us live.
Shit.
All
Ain't
right.
nothing wrong with that. We gonna get him. Yo, check this out. Big niggas, we wait all summer for this moment. You get what I'm saying? You get to throw on the hoodie. Now you don't show the titties. You feel what I'm saying? It's real shit though. I know my fat niggas worldwide know what I'm saying.
Shout out to all the 200 plus niggas out there, man. Shout out to y'all.
I ain't gonna be with y'all forever, but shout out to y'all for that. I tell you that. Hey, you gotta keep it 100.
All right. We want to start this week off with Joe and Charlamagne. They've been going at it. I know y'all been seeing it.
It's been nasty.
I really feel like this is good for the culture.
Mm-hmm.
To have 2 point of views on how things should go.
Right.
Joe's on the side of own your own shit. Nobody can tell you nothing.
Right.
You could do whatever you want.
Anything.
Right. Charlamagne is on the side of
That corporate bag.
it doesn't hurt you. To, you know what I mean?
As low
To work with a corporation.
I feel like his thing is the means justify the end. You know what I'm saying? That's Charlamagne's stance, I think. Like
Right.
It justifies it. Like what he's pushing forward, it justifies it. Like he's putting people on. You know what I'm saying? Like I believe he's bringing 18 new podcasts to the network that he's making with iHeart.
We gonna talk about that next.
Oh, you right. We gonna inform y'all.
Right. We gonna stay where Joe stands and where Charlamagne stands.
Right.
Charlamagne's like, yo, not Charlamagne. Joe Budden's like, yo, Charlamagne, you too important to the culture to be, you know what I mean? Not a sellout, but like you could do your own shit. You don't have to work with iHeartMedia. You don't have to you know what I mean, work with these other big corporations. And Charlamagne is basically like, I don't have to, but I want to because, you know what I mean? Bigger revenue, bigger, more publicity, more marketing. It's just a plus all around.
Right.
And Joe's like, but you don't own it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of Joe's biggest things. Like, Charlamagne can't, like,
you can't fuck with him. That's what he said.
Or do what he want, basically. I don't know what Joe means by do what he wants, but hopefully my boy Big Mo over here could explain.
All right. Well, I'm gonna be honest, right? So what I take from what Joe says is do what he wants is Joe gets the analytics. That's what's important, right? Analytics, the info, to know your demographic, know who's really actively listening to you. Right. That's what Joe has access to, right? Charlamagne, on the other hand, according to Joe, because this could be bullshit. Right. Again, right. Y'all fact check these niggas. Yeah. Because these niggas be on some bullshit. But yeah, what Joe is saying is that Charlamagne doesn't have access to that information. Therefore, he could be getting robbed blind. You get what I'm saying?
That's true. I get that.
Right? When you have the analytics, you know your true value.
Right.
Right? You know what I'm saying? And I feel like Joe is taking a stance. Right? I feel like this doesn't particularly have to do much with Charlamagne. It has to do more with what's going on right now in the podcast world in terms of business. Right? Joe's podcast is a big podcast. Right? So he's trying to get another deal. They just got out the Spotify deal, right? And I feel like it's very convenient that all of this thing is coming around when Joe Budden is going to be a free agent. Not to put just him there, when the Joe Budden podcast is going to be a free agent.
The JBP. Shout out to the JBP.
Shout out to Mo, Rory, Parks, Savon, all of them. Shout out to the whole squad. I will have to say that I personally stand with Joe. Right.
Okay. Let me fill in some spots.
Right.
Okay. So when you have the analytics, you're able to when you go into contract negotiations, you're able to say like, this is how much listeners we have. This is our numbers. This is what we want.
Right.
And if you don't like the number that the company offers, in this case being Spotify, Joe's like, nah, I don't like that. What I also heard Joe talking about was that they kept moving the goalposts.
Right.
Like his podcast was number 1 on Spotify at one point in time.
2 years.
And he I guess he should have got a bonus or they should have got more money, but they didn't get that.
According to Joe, and I listened to his whole rant.
Right. So
they were supposed
you leaving shit out.
Right. So basically Joe's whole fight with Spotify is, like I said, he wants to get paid his worth. And according to him, in their contract, right? It was in their contract, right? It was in the contract that
hit this number.
Right. A certain benchmarks, you're going to get a bonus.
Right.
Well, December came around and no bonus, right? According to Joe, Spotify then offered them to pay for a trip or a nice watch, right? That didn't go through because Spotify said it was too much. Right? To buy all of them individual watches. That was too much. Right? According to Joe, my man Mo just wanted a Patek Philippe. Not too big.
Not too, you know what I mean? He just wanted to be.
Not when you making Spotify all these millions, right?
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
And one of Joe's biggest reasons was like songs 4 minutes long.
Right.
And that's a stream. But like
a podcast could be 2 hours,
2 hours long. That gotta be worth.
And another point that I want to point out to our listeners is Joe is also saying that yes, we have an audience, right? But not only do we have an audience, our engagement rate with our audience is insane. Their audience retention is insane, bro. Their episodes average between an hour and 30 minutes to 3 hours, right? On a regular, right? And to be able to keep the listeners there for 3 whole hours is insane. And if you can't put 2 and 2 together, how the Spotify, the ad companies are making money, you're dumb. You're just dumb. Like if you could keep me, hold on. Let me give it to the. Let me dumb it down. Yeah. If you could keep me here listening for 3 hours,
we still love y'all,
right? We still love y'all, 100%. But I'm not here to sugarcoat it. Look, they calling the boy. Decline. We busy right now. But check this out. What was I going?
If you don't know how the ads and the if you're listening for 3 hours.
If you could keep me here for 3 hours, just imagine how much advertisements you could run through me. Just me, bro. If you could keep me here for 3 hours, How much influence can you put in my mind? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And for Joe to have that and Spotify not give him what he wants in return when they just gave the white man Joe Rogan $100 million plus. Now let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. How the white man gets compensated fairly, right? And then Joe Budden, a black man, they trying to make him look like a ridicule out here. They trying to ridicule him. They trying to say that he practices bad business, right? According to Charlamagne. This is why I don't understand Charlamagne's standpoint here. He's supposed to be what I got.
All right, wait. Let's tackle one thing at a time.
I know I'm going too fast because I'm invested in this.
Let's tackle one thing at a time. So Joe Rogan got a better deal than
Joe Budden.
Joe Budden. Do you think Joe Rogan has a bigger podcast?
100%.
Do you think what Joe Rogan has been doing? Joe Rogan is on about. He's in his he's past 1,000 episodes.
Yeah, he's different. He's I think he's like 1,500 episodes.
Right,
something like that.
Joe just did his 380th, I think.
Right.
So Joe has a lot of work to put in order to get that max deal.
Right.
In the NBA, a rookie could be good, but he's not getting no max. The same LeBron is getting, the same Giannis is getting. Because Giannis and LeBron, they've been in the league already 7 years. Joe just got in. I get it. Your shit is hot, but you can't ask for the same deal Joe got. Would you agree with that? I
understand.
Would you agree with that?
I completely. I agree with that. We could move forward with that, right? But I also believe that if Joe Rogan gets 100 mil, Joe Budden can ask for 50 easy, and it should be given to him. And it should.
Okay.
Because of his audience and what his audience means. Like Joe Budden speaks so directly to our culture, bro.
Okay.
Like that's what they want, bro. They want to win a way in, right? To market to us.
Right. Now what you were saying about Charlamagne, what Charlamagne said about
right. So he's saying that that Joe basically he just doesn't know how to conduct business. That's what he's saying. Because he's going by Joe's track record. Now
Did he give any examples?
Right, he did. Right. So to a lot of people, Joe became the media guy with Complex, right?
Right.
He fucked that up, according to Charlamagne. You know what I'm saying? That's what he's saying.
What are your thoughts on how Joe handled that situation at Complex?
Right, check this out.
And fill the fans in first.
Right.
So
this
Joe
shit
used to do a day show.
It's ironic that you asked me that question because it all ties into what's going on now.
Okay.
Right? Joe's fight then was ownership. Joe's fight today is still ownership. You know what I'm saying? His fight with Complex was, all right, you got us on the show, right? You guys own the show. But you also own all the ad money. Like, we don't get no ad money. Like, we just get a salary. But we get to create a platform for you. Like, Joe created Everyday Struggle, bro. He was part of that whole process. Everyday Struggle still airs today. You know what I'm saying? That's what...
Academics is still on there?
He's still on it.
Nadeska is still on it?
He's still... Yep. All right. And they got a new guy. Shout out to Wayno. We right here in Harlem. That's where he from. Shout out to Wayno.
All right. I got some more questions. So Joe was like, "We want to own this." How did he go about it though? There's certain ways to go about things. Would you agree? Like, if you want to raise, you gonna go to your boss and be like, "This is what I've been doing," and I feel like I deserve to be paid for this. And then there's other ways to go about it, as in like, "Oh, I want this much." Cause I'm doing everything. I'm creating this, so I want this. So there's two ways. Maybe there's multiple ways to go about getting your money and saying what you want. But I feel like all Charlamagne was doing in this situation was saying like the way he went about it wasn't correct.
With Spotify.
With
Complex.
Everyday Struggle.
With Everyday Struggle. Okay. Well, what I have to say about that is this, bro. It's simple as that. It's the same. It's the same concept that it's crazy. We're actually going to inform you guys about this later. It's the same concept of renting and buying. You could go work for somebody your whole fucking life.
No. I'm saying like not about like getting ownership of your stuff. I'm saying like when you talking to these people in the office. You see what I'm saying?
I feel what you're saying now. All right, so
and we all know Joe. He's
aggro according to people. Yeah, he's aggro, right? But that plays also what Joe's saying, bro. Ownership. If you own, you get to dictate how you run your operation. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Who's your?
But there's people that own their stuff. Like Hov own his shit, but there's a way he went about it. You see what I'm saying?
There's a way he went about it.
Dame Dash owned his shit, and there's a way he went about it.
Right.
And they're looked at as two different.
And you know how Joe went about it? Joe put out his podcast for free for 3 years. That's grind, bro. That's giving out a free.
I'm talking about every state. Let's stay on everyday struggle and how he handled that situation.
Okay.
I don't think he handled that situation well. That's why I'm on Charlamagne's side on like, yo, the way you handled that was bad. I get it.
You feel like he was too public with that.
I'm just saying you handled it bad.
And what makes you feel like he handled it bad? Like what stands out to you?
Because academics and Adeska stayed, so clearly like they were manipulating the situation in a way like they could get maximum money and maximum benefit, and Joe went about it in a different way, and I guess he basically gave him an ultimatum. You never had a standoff with somebody like, yo, it's either gonna be this or that, or I'm leaving. And they said leave, and Joe like died on that hill and left. But that's not like always
some people
the right way to go about a situation. You gotta finesse.
Yeah, but some people will call that integrity, Shaq. Some people will call that integrity, walking away.
Well, I would agree with that. If you say I'm either gonna do this or leave, and they say they don't want to do that, and you leave, that's good integrity. You a man of your fucking word.
Right.
I respect that.
Right. So where
but you can't do that in every situation.
But he didn't. You can't apply that to every situation. He finished out his contract with Spotify.
Okay.
So we're only talking about one instance. Yet Charlamagne wants to say, yo, don't take it like I'm going against Charlamagne, because Charlamagne's a fucking pillar in our culture. But I just don't agree with him.
We on ShaqTV. We take. Go
That's
ahead.
a fact. But I just feel like he moved on some Boso energy shit type shit.
By saying that he handled it the wrong way?
Yeah, because, all right. Let's be honest. Charlamagne and Joe, do you feel like they're competing?
No.
No?
No.
All right. You feel like they own their market share, right?
I feel like there's fans that...
There's money. They could both eat.
Yes.
Charlamagne. On Joe Budden's podcast, they have talked ill about Charlamagne. Guess who never talked ill about Charlamagne? Joe Budden.
Okay.
Right? And in a moment now, it's just very it's very fidgety to me, bro.
When you say talk ill,
all right. Let me keep it 100, bro. I feel like my man Charlamagne might have some shit going to do with this whole campaign they trying to end my man Joe. That's why I stand with it.
And you feel that way because of what?
I feel that way because who's Joe been? Who's been his enemies? Like his enemy right now. Like who's he beefing with right now?
They're not beefing,
bro. That's beef. That's beef, bro. You can call it whatever. That's beef, right, bro.
Let me say this. I don't think Charlamagne has anything to do with that. I don't think Charlamagne has the power to like do anything with that.
Why do you think he has the power?
First thing is, I don't think he has the power because like to like have multiple women come out with allegations about beating him and have the dog situation to come up. I like Charlamagne. He's not paying people to leak shit. He's not paying like. You don't feel like
Charlamagne is capable of doing that?
Anybody's capable of doing anything.
This is the same man. This is the same man that said that he smell what? Who's
J-Lo's? He wanted to smell J-Lo chair after she got.
So he not weird yet, yeah.
Right.
That's not weird at all.
No, I'm not saying he's not weird. I'm just saying like he wouldn't go out his way to do that. Like Charlamagne, he go through therapy. He's like, I don't think like him inherently is a bad person to do that. And to do that to someone, you have to be a bad person. And I feel like Charlamagne, honestly, is like, would be like on all ends is cool with Joe more than anything. Like, they cool, but they just disagree on certain things and disagree on certain topics.
Can you also understand that this is business?
Wait, all these stories that's coming out, these already been out.
Yes.
So how you gonna say?
Well, not necessarily. The Sin Santana one wasn't out, and the dog one wasn't out.
Okay. The Sin Santana one wasn't out, and the dog one wasn't out. The Sin Santana one, was Charlamagne recording that conversation? So how the fuck he, like, I don't know how he's involved in this. I don't know how you blame him.
Bro, I just know that I don't know anything. Let me say that.
Right.
I don't know anything.
As
I'm
a great
speculating.
philosopher once said.
I'm speculating, right? I just feel like I believe. There we go. I'm using the word I believe that Charlamagne has a role in Joe's smear campaign. I believe. I just have an intuition.
Okay, right? When you say smear campaign, what do you mean by that? Like, I need you to say something.
Wait, but Charlamagne participates in bestiality.
I've never participated.
Wait, what? You dog, Charlamagne?
He had a dog lick his balls.
I was high. It's a long story.
Talk about
Yeah,
it.
let's just leave it at that. But he definitely had a dog lick.
Wait.
I told
It
him
was
that's
years
bestiality.
ago. I was high. I was drunk. I was just laid out. The dog, he only licked me like once. Like,
He
it was like
didn't
one
stop.
lick on the ball.
Yo.
Like, yo, that's all.
Oh, so now it's just one.
Now it's just one.
You're
You see how
such a
story
liar.
changes?
That
It's
is
his story.
not.
Now it's just one, Charlamagne. Let me find out this is your regular activity, kid. Yo, you got a cape for your man. Cape for your man. I know that's your guy. Man.
Listen, I don't know how we go from that to this. I'm trying to get to the bottom of how does Charlamagne get his hands on this recording that you think he's the one.
I just had to shoot back. I had to shoot back because they try.
I get that. I get that. We gonna handle that. We gonna
talk about that.
But can we talk about this first where Sin Santana she said this on her live, like she trusted. This is one of her trusted friends that had the recording of this conversation that leaked it. Mm-hmm. How was Charlamagne involved? Like, did he pay her to leak it? Like, build the bridge for me.
Hey, that could have been a possibility. Right there. He could have paid the third party person, the person close to Sin Santana, right, to leak this. That's a possibility. What incentive would Sin Santana have to put this out?
No, the
that's what I'm
put
saying.
This out, right?
That's what I'm saying.
But
what
you think
incentive?
Charlamagne?
Bro, you think Spotify will do this?
Spotify got big bucks, nigga.
You
if
feel
they
like
wanted to make
Spotify-
something happen, they could make it. If I had to bet who paid the girl to leak this,
You
I would
say
bet
Spotify?
before Charlamagne, nigga.
Damn. I just don't feel like
So you think
Spotify.
Charlamagne did this? You think Charlamagne?
I think Charlamagne did this shit. I'm running with that.
All right.
I'm running with that.
You running with that. All right. What about the him saying he liked playing with dogs' private parts?
Bro, that's flagrant. Why we not checking him for that? Bro, I know you been on. You was on Twitter. You was on Twitter. They was flaming Joe, bro.
Okay.
Because he fuck with dogs. Like, and you watch the Joe Budden podcast.
No, I want to know why you think that was Charlamagne too.
The dog?
Yeah, you think?
No. I feel like when I say I feel like it was Charlamagne, I feel like Charlamagne is orchestrating the tear down of Joe Budden, bro, on the media. Mm-hmm. I feel like he's doing that because right now, check this out. People wasn't really talking about Charlamagne not having ownership over there. You feel like Charlamagne's happy that people are now bringing this into attention, and
Charlamagne
coincidentally,
doesn't care.
Oh, hold up, and
I got you, to God. I got you.
Coincidentally, he's now rolling out his own podcast network in collaboration with iHeart, right? How?
When God is with you, no one could be against you.
I hear you, God. Shit.
And let me say this too. That dog situation with Joe, Charlamagne has nothing to do with that. Joe, there's a clip on the podcast where he's playing with Rory's dog.
Well, he's playing with Baisley?
Baisley. And like,
What's he doing with the dog?
He's rubbing the dog's private part.
Yo, Joe. That I see this, y'all. This
You
is
didn't
news
see
to
the
me.
video?
Nah, this is news to me. Yo, this is news to me.
Alright,
This is news to me.
I'm
That eyes?
gonna show you the video.
Oh my God.
Alright,
Nah, I'm about to look it up.
Let's talk about Charlotte and the dog licking his nuts. In context, see, this is why I hate like clip videos. At the time, Charlamagne was fucking a girl that had a dog, and the dog came up in the bed like and licked his nuts. It wasn't like it was just him and the dog. And the
But he
dog
liked
licked
it though.
his
He said he
nuts.
liked it.
He was fucking the girl, and the dog licked his nuts. Conrad, you want to come on the podcast?
Yeah. Conreezy, come join us, man. Pull up.
We gonna do an episode with philosophers, and Conrad's gonna be on that episode.
Yeah, definitely. That's our guy.
Get on the mic.
Real quick.
Put a shirt on. He gonna put a shirt on. He gonna
Yeah. He gonna get right.
All right.
Let me look for this Joe Budden
But
clip.
like I was saying, oh, he gonna call. He been working. Come here, Conrad. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Conrad in the building. He look nice and pretty. Big
What up?
It's bulking season. We gonna do an episode on philosophy.
Florida in the building.
Like, what's your Florida man? The Florida man thing is real.
Yeah,
And y'all Florida niggas are wild.
definitely.
Every day of the year, someone get arrested for kicking their mom down the stairs
Or doing some crazy
or
shit.
robbing
over
the
there.
McDonald's with an alligator. We heard about all that.
First of all, it's not Florida niggas robbing places with alligators. It's Florida white people doing that.
Get to the bottom of it.
All right. We gonna do a philosopher episodes. We gonna have Conrad on to talk his shit. But Conrad, can you please give the people your top 3 philosophers while you here?
I want to hear it. I'm waiting. I haven't heard this either, brother.
Lean into the mic. Go ahead.
All right, so my favorite philosopher is Marx. So Karl
Marx.
is
That's
one of
Karl Marx. That's the communist guys. Just give me some input.
What he's about?
he's-
Communist
he's-
Manifesto.
What he
He's
believes
the
in.
father of communism.
Yeah, he
don't
wrote
know
the
what communism means.
he wrote the
Please
Communist
educate me.
Manifesto.
Tell me what communism is.
So that's you asking me to tell you what communism is in a 30-second soundbite. That's
Yes.
a lot, but it's pretty much about workers owning their means of production, meaning like they.
That's what Joe Budden's talking about.
Hey.
I'm working.
Yeah,
I want
to
to own.
own my stuff.
Yep.
Okay.
I want to reap the benefits of the work that I'm putting into this, right? Instead of some, person
Corporation.
that's removed from what I'm doing, making money off of what I'm doing and paying me scraps.
Right. You gotta talk into the mic, Conrad.
Oh, y'all can't hear me?
You gotta get closer.
Let me get louder. Let
Right.
me speak louder. But yeah, so that's what communism is about.
Okay.
It's not about killing people and starving people like they always say.
People
Right?
believe
Wh-
that?
Why is that why is that connotation attached to communism? Is it because
I mean, there are multiple reasons. Like, I guess, like throughout history, like some of the countries that have implemented communism have done those kinds of things to their people.
and they failed?
Right, and it failed. But then, like, you have like the American interest for sure is like we don't want Americans to like the concept of communism. So
Right.
we gonna have to tell them the
bad-
bad.
Yet America
Whereas, like under capitalism, right?
Yet America is practicing some form of socialism right now.
Yeah. Oh, multiple. Like,
Right.
Police. That's socialism.
Right. I just want to give y'all the scoop. Just give y'all the scoop.
All right, move on. What's the second one now?
So the second philosopher is Immanuel Kant.
What he's about?
He did a lot for philosophy in general.
Immanuel
Most
Kant.
people know him for his ethics, and
Okay.
his concept of like how the world works, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like,
Okay.
with his ethics, like he has something called the categorical imperative, where he's like, you should act in a way that what you're doing becomes like the rule and what everyone should do at all times, right?
That's what we try to do over here at ShaqTV, yo. We trying to become the rule, not what's the shit? The rule, not the exception. What is it?
it's
The exception, not the rule.
Yeah.
We trying to become the exception, not the rule.
Not the exception. But
Yeah,
I
that's some
know-
shit like
I
that.
know where you're going. But like, yeah, so Kant would say something like, lying is an immoral thing, and you should never lie, no matter the circumstances.
Right.
Which is like where it kind of gets kind of wild.
It gets kind of shaky there.
That's true. But we all want people to tell the truth.
Right.
And
But like,
if
if you're
we're
lying
living
to
that
save
way,
somebody's life, it's a good thing, right? In my opinion, like if let's say a robber comes to your door, bangs on the door, boom, 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 I'm looking for your wife, where she at? Right, and your wife's sitting in the bed, right? You're not gonna be like, "Oh, my wife's in the bed."
Right,
You'll be
right,
like,
right,
I don't
right.
know where she at,
That's a
right?
great point, Conrad.
Right, but like Kant would say, no, you can't lie in that situation because lying is bad. Like,
Okay.
you're a bad person
Okay.
for lying.
okay.
Fuck what he's saying.
Last one. This
He-
is not his episode. We're gonna get you your episode. Don't worry. We're gonna get you your episode. Last one.
Oh man, there's so many other philosophers, but I fuck with a guy named Spinoza a lot, just because like he had a different concept of like what God was and what the world is, and like I think it's a really interesting concept that people.
Do you know his first name?
Did he believe in religion?
Baruch or something like
Baruch Espinosa.
He believes in religion. He just didn't believe in God that in the same way the world believed in God at the time.
Okay.
So they labeled him as like somebody that was just like crazy and out there and an atheist, even though he wasn't an atheist.
Right. He said, I believe he said he wasn't an atheist. And
Yeah.
It's like, yo, I believe in a higher power.
Right. Exactly.
All right. Get off
See how
my.
they try to play me?
No,
though? They
no.
won't let me talk about it. They don't want me to talk.
I
about
want to
it.
ask Conrad a question. I want to ask Conrad. Give him the mic, please.
All right, I'm gonna give a Conrad.
Give him the mic.
Come on. He got 30 seconds. Come on.
Conrad, give us the whole breakdown right now. Aliens real or not?
Aliens, they got to be real. Y'all,
Get
they have
right
to
now.
be real.
Why they gotta be real?
Because the universe is so fucking big. Like we can't even.
Conrad, I'm out here for the people. I've heard this a million times. That same one. Give me another one. Why?
I mean, that's the one I got, man. Like the universe is big, right? So
Right.
like there has to be like we can't be the only living beings in the universe.
Right.
Like why are we special? Like
Right.
why do we think we're so special that we are the only things that live?
But some people might say it's because we have a God. That's what makes us so special.
Right. And so what I would say to that then is like, wouldn't God be the God of all living creatures in the universe, right? So like, wouldn't that God be the God to somebody else that might live on Mars or something? You know?
Comment down below what you think about this. I'm
Right,
rolling
get
with
off my show.
guy.
Get off my show. Get off my show.
Conrad, thanks for sitting in, man. We're gonna have you.
gonna get you your
We'll have you
own
exclusive
episode,
here,
Don't
man.
don't make me hurt your favorite podcast guy.
Yeah, Conrad.
All right. We go thank Conrad for coming in, giving us a little drop. You know what I mean, a little knowledge. Let's get back on topic though. I think we need to move on from the Joe Budden and Charlemagne beef
Right.
that Moises calls it. I don't think it's a beef. I think, you know what I mean, it's just like disagreement between two friends, because I do feel like they're friends.
Right.
But Charlemagne is also starting a podcast platform.
Yes, the Black Effect. He's doing this in collaboration with iHeartMedia. iHeartMedia also owns the Breakfast Club. You know what I'm saying? That is a fact. iHeartMedia is gonna own 50% of the Black Effect. Charlemagne, he's gonna curate the talent. He's bringing 18 black podcasts over to the Black Effect. Now, he's bringing 18 podcasts over to be owners or to be workers.
Listen, we all gotta start
Somewhere.
and
That's what we've been hearing
Joe
our whole
Budden,
life.
Listen. Joe Budden was once a worker. Like, he was once working for a label.
Right.
So don't let Joe fool you like, oh, ownership.
Mm-hmm.
When he also used to work for the man. Now he get to the point where he owns
His own work.
his stuff.
His IP.
And I want to say this. It's like, one day I hope to own my own stuff.
Right,
But right
100%.
now, for me to start and get to that point, I have to work for somebody.
I disagree. I disagree.
I have no capital, Moises. My parents have no capital.
We are the capital. We are the capital. Listen to that. Listen to what I'm saying. We are the capital. What you have in your mind is capital. What you know is capital. What you represent is capital.
Okay, what am I selling that no one else is selling?
You. We're selling us here. We giving y'all our own point of view. That's that's our capital right here.
Okay, so tell me, how do I make money off of this?
Oh, the same way every other podcast makes money. We talk to our people. We bring ads in, right? Mm-hmm. That's the conventional way of getting money, right? But now, I'm not sucking his dick.
No,
The man is just doing right.
Okay,
The man is just doing right.
Let me say this.
He literally
Wait.
created the wave with the exclusive deals. That was not there prior to him, bro.
Okay, can I say this? How do I afford this mic? How do I afford this laptop? How do I afford this space? How do I afford this camera
Yes.
without any capital but the capital that's in my head?
All right, that's different.
But that's what I'm trying to tell you. I had to work for somebody to be able to afford this.
Of course.
To sell something
Of course,
that I
but
own.
this-
That's my point.
But okay, but this
You
is what I'm
saying, of
saying.
course, that
This is
means
what
you
I'm-
agree with me.
No.
Uh-huh.
I don't agree exactly with what you're saying. What I'm saying is this. Right, you're working with somebody else. Now, would you give this podcast to somebody else?
No.
Ever?
I would do a partnership.
We're not doing none of that. well, partnership, yeah. Partnership, yeah. We could do partnership.
We did a partnership last week with fucking
With the Primary Color
Primary
Podcast.
Color Podcast.
That's a partnership.
That's a
That's what
partnership.
we do. And you see how easy that was? That was
Right.
just you talking to him,
Right.
and that's it. That, boop,
I
and it
agree
happened.
with that. I agree with that. But why can't you agree that like you need money to make money?
100%.
And I wasn't born with money. That's my whole point.
100%.
There's levels to this shit. Some people are born with money, so they are able to. Like Blue Ivy, Blue Ivy will never have to work for anybody in her life because
100%.
she was born with money. I wasn't born with money, so I gotta accumulate some money. And the way I do that is by working for somebody, and that's my point.
Okay, so now, my whole point with the Charlamagne thing is, how long he's been over there?
I don't know, probably 10 years.
Right. Minimum. Let's give him minimum 10 years. Right? What does he own? In 10 years of work, mind you, his salary is not my salary or your salary. He's getting mills. Right? Why doesn't he use that money to make his own platform? I'm going to tell you why.
Hold on.
I'm going to tell you why.
On. He got 2 books out.
Right.
He owns
congratulations, by the way.
both of those. I don't think he would have been able to write 2 books without, you know what I mean, building the experience of working at iHeart Radio.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, the fact that he got that money and flipped it into something that he actually owns is my point.
My point is this.
Okay.
That I didn't say. You know who owns 50% of the Black Effect? Guess who?
iHeart Radio.
iHeart fucking Radio.
Okay.
Why do they own?
I'm
What?
All right, can I say this? I want to be smart, and I'm giving y'all the game right now. I'm giving y'all a free game right now. I want to be able to have money on the books and still have money off the books. And
Don't give him too much.
That's why I don't believe Jeff Bezos is the richest man alive, because there's some niggas that got money on the books that
that's a fact.
The Forbes see like this is how much
this
he
is what
made.
they want you to see.
Right. But I'm cooking shit up over here too. Don't
get
get that fucked up.
You
Right.
shitting me?
Don't get that fucked up. I'm cooking shit up over here
I
that
hear you.
I don't want people to know about because of multiple reasons.
Reasons.
My privacy, it's my business. Like, I don't want family members asking for me for so much shit, because it's multiple reasons why you want to keep multiple incomes off the books. So
Okay.
like, Charlamagne, he maybe look like, a lot of people was like, he's getting a lot of deals from iHeartRadio, or he's getting raped on the books, like he don't own none of his shit. But I promise you this, bro, he owned a lot of shit privately
100%.
that nobody knows about.
I mean, I would hope so.
Like,
I would
one of
hope
his
so.
best friends, Lil Duval, like, I learned a lot about Charlamagne through Lil Duval, because Lil Duval, like, he don't work for nobody, and this man is making chicken, and he don't care. He was on one of the Joe Budden pull-up episodes,
Yeah,
talking
that's
about,
what.
like, credit or whatever, and I'm like, there's no way Lil Duval know this and is talking like this,
And Charlamagne
don't. But Charlamagne is playing a fucking chess game. That's what certain people don't understand. He's playing a chess game where it's like, you think the trick is over here, but the trick is actually over here.
So
what I'm saying?
you're saying the means justify the end for him. He's fighting a bigger fight. That's what you're saying.
Right. Like, when fucking Jay-Z went up to fucking Roger Goodell and was in the office with the NFL niggas, everybody was like, he a sellout, he this, he that, he that. I'm sure Jay-Z got something cooking up.
100%. He got to.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
That's what they hired him for.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, he may look like a sellout, but he's definitely doing shit behind closed doors. That's, you know what I mean, making shit happen.
I understand what you're saying.
So it's not always a bad deal,
But why
or
do
bad
they-
thing to do to work for somebody to get what you actually want.
Okay. My that's everything you're saying is right. Everything you're saying is right.
No, nigga, fucking ShaqTV.
Right. But why? And I just want you to answer this honestly. Do you think that our heart deserves 50% of this Black Effect network? And tell me why you think they do or why you think they don't.
Okay, I think they don't deserve 50%.
Okay.
The reason why I think they don't deserve 50% is because sponsoring someone, you're helping someone. If you're not doing most of the groundwork or the hard work, I forgot what Conrad said about his first philosopher. Like, if you're doing the hard work, you want to own most of it, and that's why I think they don't deserve most of it. I do think they deserve a certain percentage, but not half.
Right.
But the society we live in today, the person that is putting up the money calls the shots.
Right.
I remember Dame Dash saying this. Like,
right. And he told this to the Breakfast Club.
Right. He said, like, listen,
you guys own this shit?
If you call the shots, if you putting up the money, you get to call the shots.
100%.
And iHeart is putting up the money so they could say, yo, I want 50%. And
you know what they could also say?
Charlamagne is like,
you know what they could also say? Let me use this as an example. Let's say the Black Effect was to hire, was to employ Nick Cannon. Oh shit, you said some shit about what's it called? Jewish people? Oh no, we gotta get you out of here.
Okay, can I say
all right,
this?
but you know what happens if Charlamagne owns the entire network? That's in Charlamagne's discretion.
Okay.
That's his decision.
I agree with that.
You get what I'm saying?
Can I say this too? Like, that's why you have contract negotiations. I learned this over the summer when the Bronx Defenders organized a union. Like, you could put certain things in your contract
to protect you, right?
To protect you, and certain things that you want, that you know you have the flexibility to do what the fuck you want, even though you're
That's a good point.
Working with someone.
That's a good point. I'll give you that. I'll say this. I'm gonna let him live for now. I'm gonna let him live. I'm gonna let him live for now because Shaq is making some good points, and I'm a reasonable person. But Shaq knows, I don't trust none of this shit I see. None of this shit I see, I trust. Listen, and I formulate my own opinions. This is why we here for.
Right. This is why we here. And I will say this too. Like, I'm talking, but I'm only going off of like personal experience and what I actually know. Like, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, what Charlamagne is doing. I don't know what Joe's doing. Right. Like, I don't know any of it. I don't have no inside intel, but I could only see the facts. I could only go by facts and give my input and say which one, like, I feel like is right, which one I feel is wrong.
I feel you.
And that's what
that was Shaq. This is a little side thing that I want to bring to our listeners, right? So, in the last 10 years, the world has taken a turn, right?
Right.
Like, we've been seeing more natural disasters, more drastic shit, right?
Right.
And I've been doing some research, right? And we could all correlate everything that's happening right now. We could correlate everything that's the pandemic, the natural disasters that's happening. We could correlate all of this to the world getting warmer.
Okay,
to global warming.
So wait, you don't think the Chinese person eating a rat or a bat? I think he ate something that he shouldn't.
It was a bat, according. That's what they jagging.
Right. I don't know how the virus started, but the news, not even the news, but what I find on the internet is that someone in China ate a bat.
Right. And the consensus.
And that correlates to global warming as well, because people should not be eating bats. Like, there's enough food on this earth for people to eat, other than like. And I feel like it's messed up that China is going through, like, people in China eat insects daily because there's not enough food. And I believe this world have enough food. It's just that people are greedy. Go ahead.
All right. So, another point that I want to say is, since the Industrial Revolution, right, took place, the world has gotten considerably warmer. And people just like...
What's the Industrial Revolution?
The Industrial Revolution was when technology finally took a hold, right? Okay. We started manufacturing more mechanical parts, more technology, right? And this all plays into the global warming thing, right?
Right.
More technology, the more we consume technology, the worse it gets for our future generations, right?
Right.
They're jacking. This is what they're jacking. By 2050, 2050, right? The sea level is going to rise by 2.3 feet.
Ooh, that's a lot.
That's a whole lot. That's a whole lot of people losing their houses.
Learn how to fucking swim.
There's a lot, yo, bro. That's a whole lot of people losing their homes, right? And don't forget the fact that we're in an overpopulated world, bro. You see how that oil, like, somewhere down the line, I feel like humans, we're gonna have a problem feeding all of us.
And I would say this. I would say, me growing up in the Caribbean, I could speak to the sea level rising because, I want to say I left St. Kitts around 2006, and the first time I went back was 2016.
Okay.
And that's...
Well, it's 8 years.
10.
10. Yeah, 10.
10 years. So, and I noticed, like, the sea levels was rising. At the time when, in 2006, that was the only thing I knew. But through the 10 years when I came to America, I learned about global warming. I learned about a whole bunch of shit. I learned algebra. I learned calculus. I learned all that extra shit. And then when I went back, I was like, hold on. The sea levels was not this high when I left.
Right.
And I was never a person that didn't believe in global warming because I noticed, like, the weather changes. The weather gets worse because, like, we're just dumping shit into the sea and we're doing a whole lot of shit that we shouldn't be doing to the earth.
All these greenhouse gases and shit.
And I definitely agree. I definitely agree that by 2050 shit might be getting wild, getting crazy, and we just got to prepare for it because, like, there was a video of the president of the United States. He said that things would get better. Just wait.
These politicians think we're dumb.
He didn't say anything like, "Oh, this is what we plan to do." This is
no plan of action.
Things will get better. Just wait. And the scientist that was speaking to him was like, "Oh, I hope, like, science agrees with you." And he goes, "Oh, he said something like science is, like, not that real or some shit like that." And it was just like,
the Republican Party still believes global warming is not real, guys. This is a fact.
And Cali's on fire.
And Cali is on fire.
Cali's on fire, yeah.
The Amazon, let's not forget about that, was just on fire.
Right.
Our greatest source of oxygen was just on fire. And we just, like, come on, y'all.
We not paying attention. People are not
paying
attention.
This is the shit, bro.
People need to pay attention.
Since the Industrial Revolution, I'm going to go back to that. You know how many fucking cars, just cars, we produce? Millions. You know how much carbon dioxide that all those cars fucking generated, bro?
Right.
Like, bro, prior to us industrializing this world, I'll put, if this world had 1,000 years left, we fucking cut that shit short to, like, let me give you a number. Like, this is some ShaqTV facts. We'll probably cut that shit. We probably cutting that shit down to half.
Right.
Like the way we've been conducting ourselves. The way we've been treating our planet.
Disgusting.
It's disgusting, bro.
Disgusting. Listen, man. I always tell y'all we only got one life to live. Just live it to the best of your abilities. Please don't stress yourself out. Like, this physical form we in, hopefully this is not it. Like, this is not our final stage of consciousness.
Right.
But as long as you're on this planet Earth, man, just enjoy it. Don't stress yourself out.
And protect
because,
it.
like,
protect it. Become part of the solution, not the problem, guys.
Right. It's
but
tough.
on that note, we gonna dip on y'all. We got shit to do. We some real niggas.
Listen,
I gotta get some girls.
Ladies, y'all know the motto. Pop y'all pussy for real niggas only.
Only.
And if you go on a date,
yo, ShaqTV get an OnlyFans. Stay tuned.
Listen, one of the only questions. You told me, right? I gotta own it, right?
Yeah.
Ownership. I own my sexiness, nigga. Fuck you
Own
talking
it,
about,
baby. ShaqTV OnlyFans, baby.
Listen,
Stay tuned.
Ladies, pop y'all pussy for real niggas only.
Only, baby.
And one of the first questions you should ask on the date is, do he believe in global warming? That's definitely a deal breaker if he says no. You can start your OnlyFans too. Like, get to the bag.
To the bag.
Fellas, wait your fucking turn, my nigga. Wait your fucking turn. I can't say that enough. Like,
can't stress it enough.
I can't. Like, people be hating on each other, and that's not.
It's not the way.
That's not it. Like, don't hate on me because it's my turn to shine.
Listen, team. This is what it stands for. Together, each achieve more. Together, each achieve more. Get that through your fucking noggin.
Peace and love.
Peace and love.